Hello, everybody. Welcome to the DBT podcast, where dreams come to die. I am co-host Zombie, and we are joined by our main host Kevin, or known as Val.
What's up?
We have our tech guru, Chernobyl survivor disaster.
Hi. Well, привет.
And then we have our thank you, Mr. Soviet. Then we have our two guests. We have WIIND, the push-up, the man who has to do push-up every single loot thing happening in this round, and also we fellow pothead. And then we have Chief, who is how would I put this? He was a bitch.
Oh man.
No man, but this man chill. Host. He's the host of. He hosts a bunch of our groups stuff, like any events or anything like that.
Yeah.
He's what he does.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, the host, our host of Flame Nation.
I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Might be another this month. We know basketball, but other than that, what topic are we going to talk about today?
That's actually a question called plant.
Yeah. I believe our main topics are PC hardware and animation, but our two guests here probably have some things to say. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves and go into a little bit of what you do?
Hi, my name's WIIND. I will go first because I am that person. For animation-wise, okay, kind of sound like these subjects were for other guests and not for us because I have zero fucking experience.
I mean, in general, you don't need
Unity.
to talk about the topics. Just talk about whatever you want. You can start small if you want.
Oh, okay. No, yeah. Well, since I'm second oldest in this group because I have watched the podcast before. I am very old, so I know growing up and watching animation just evolving from like 86 onward. It's just like I've been watching cartoons or just any type of 3D animation. IRL is not for me.
That's why we're in VR.
Exactly.
Next. Well, I'm WIIND and Chief. As you heard, I formerly host events for the FN community. And I just like chilling, and I actually like cooking and baking a lot, and I actually have a general interest in business a lot. My history with animation, since I grew up from the 1999 and grew up with like Cartoon Network, Newgrounds, if you heard of them, it's a notorious, in the early 2000s. You're very cultured if you know about them. And that's up to now. And I'd say animations have been very amazing. It's like you see like simple cartoons to like extremely like amazing graphics, particle effects, fire, thunder, explosions, and like it just evolved so much over time that it has amazed me. And I'm like, I think since like 2 or 3 years old, like going early 2000s. It has really evolved over time, and I'm actually liking it and looking forward to seeing like the animations, especially with like Cyberpunk Edge Runner. Like it's pretty cool to like watch it. I watched like half the season so far though.
Yeah, that's fair. No spoilers. And don't murder me. I haven't watched it yet. I just haven't gotten around to it.
I didn't say it.
Please spoil it.
No.
Win a bet.
I will find a new technical man. I will. Do not make me do that.
This game came out 10 years ago. I don't give a damn anymore.
It came out 10 years ago, but it's barely fixed now.
Oh yeah. Oh God.
I would say for like edge runners, you're gonna go in feeling one way. You're definitely gonna go out feeling totally different because at first I did not like one character, but then I just grew to love them. Like I honestly grew to love that little psychopath.
That brings us to the main topic, actually. Very convenient. If I can bring up my where is it? Right here. I gotta scroll through all this bullshit that I got in my fucking tabs. Where is it?
The Combine doesn't have an organized system.
Oh,
Here we go. Shut up, bitch. We lost the Citadel,
Hey,
these
you're gonna
motherfuckers.
They waste all the. They
What, you
waste
got
all
the
their finances
plate?
on can picking up.
hey, when you got to do push-ups later?
We-
Oh, God.
I got that one. You gotta do push-ups later.
All right.
You're gonna do push-ups later.
So, as we're talking, City Project, English, City Project Red, and the an anime studio, Studio Trigger, they released the anime Cyberpunk Edge Runner, which garnered a lot of success and brought a whole lot of people into either brought them back into Cyberpunk or introduced them to Cyberpunk. Except for the antis, basic antis being anti-anime people. More specifically, the ones that are saying that a fictional character is equivalent to child pornography. According to the article,
God.
Cyberpunk Edge Runner's Rebecca highlights anime's bizarre obsession with lolicons, with lolly characters. Basically, they're saying this fictional character is a reason to why anime is pedo bait. Case in point, they forget, and all these antis on Twitter keep saying it's like this is equivalent to CP, this is child pornography. Why are y'all supporting all this? They keep forgetting with all the copium they be smoking and snorting all that shit. They forget to realize this is all fucking fiction.
Yep. Oh man.
And not to even mention it, even like some publishers have been getting into this. It's like, who was this publisher that we must speak of? Journalist from the Gamer. What the fuck? I never heard of that fucking place. The Gamer. Supposedly respected.
The Gamer.
The respected video game or entertainment news company. And they're saying that this lolly character should have never been in the anime in the first place because it just highlights the anime community's weird obsession with lolly characters. Keep in mind, what is this anime about? And what is the theme and atmosphere of this anime?
Well, that's easy. For me, who I finished watching the whole anime, it's exactly what you might think of a cyberpunk type world would be. I'm really trying not to go into any spoilers with this, but it's like
Alec, close your ears.
I mean, you can talk about the setting. You can talk about the city setting and stuff.
Yeah, the setting is like really. It's a good gritty. Like the whole world is just like it does not give a fuck about you. Like you're going into this world already seeing no one gives a fuck about anybody, and technology is basically technology and corporation is basically the two most prominent things on here, and like you're basically fighting for the top for those two positions. Like there is no nice guy. There is no nice guys in this universe at all. You have little glimpse of like family unity, but like besides that, it is a eat everyone and get the fuck out of the way type world.
Fuck you, get mine.
Yeah,
Thank you.
exactly.
Basically.
This will kind of remind you of a anime that had come out a while ago, maybe a few years back, if anybody remembers, Black Lagoon. That was an anime that showed the worst of humanity. That showed like people that were the worst of humanity, and it went straight with like cuss words, blood and guts, gore, everything.
Yeah.
Not to the point of like berserk level, but it was like the more like a modernized one. I'm gonna cap you for looking at me, and I'm gonna scam you. I'm old lady be scamming you with her expired mangoes or some shit.
Oh my god.
I wanted to add on to the Rebecca character.
Yeah, go ahead.
Originally, I have read an article too about this. Originally, Rebecca was not supposed to be in this anime at all. Like, she was forced to be in. She was actually forced to be in by the studio. Who is the animation studio? Yeah, the studio themselves. they
Studio Trigger.
forced developers to write they forced this character to be alive. And I'll be honest,
it's
they
either
made the right choice. They
It's either
truly made the right choice in
character or no anime.
And you know what? They made the right decision in putting her in. And it's not even for all the bullshit. Like
It's interesting. Usually when you see cases of producers or something forcing a character or something like that, it tends to not end well. It's interesting to see that turn out positively.
Right.
Do you see any cracks, like where the character is like, all right, we gotta shove them in, or is it just kind of organically into the story?
it's an organic, like you truly see this character coming in and you're like just wondering about her. But then as the episodes go on, you start to see is like, okay, she's very complicated to like, you fall in love with her.
And the way
only
her
as a
design is,
character-wise,
she
not
actually
even for
makes
anything
sense in
else.
that setting, doesn't she?
Yep. Even
Yeah,
with the
and
time
if it
skip.
doesn't, and even for all, that too. But even for all like all this, antis keep forgetting to realize this is fiction. But not only that, it would make sense. There's a possibility of this even happening in like this cybernetic universe. This basically, you go to Night City, which I'm pretty sure that's what the place is, and you can pretty much become whatever the heck you want to be. You could be like I'm pretty sure like a 40-year-old woman, and you could just transition to a 15-year-old cybernetic body, but still you have your brain and everything conscious. You're just in a robotic form.
Yeah.
That's one thing they never realized. I don't think they even realize is like everybody's caught to the hell with cybernetics.
It's
I think why there's a. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's like it's a basis of living in the story that takes place, because everyone has cybernetics, even all the characters do. All the characters do. Even like one or two of them, they all have it. It's just a basic need.
Basically.
In that universe, yeah. I mean, switching over to real life for a second, because I don't know too much. I mean, I played the game, but I don't know much about the show. And I know that
Wouldn't spoil it.
we're... I'm not spoiling the game, no, I'm talking about real life. I know that we are ever more quickly approaching that point of cybernetics, because I know that from listening to other news sources, that Elon Musk is way into testing phases on animals about what's it called, Neuralink? It's actually functioning, which is
Yeah,
like,
I've seen that.
oof. I mean, like, yeah, Gen 1 isn't,
It's
it's
the
gonna
future.
sneak up on you, and then 5 generations down, it's gonna be like, oh yeah, we can give you what is it?
Oh god.
Parasitic, like, artificial intelligence boost to your brain, and I'm just like, oh god, what is happening right now? This is cyberpunk.
I mean, like,
Cyberpunk is predicting
We
the
kind of
future.
seen like an example of this with nanomachines. Like with
Nanomachines and
all the
even
Metal
phones.
Gear.
Think about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But like, what was I gonna say? I was just watching a video, like literally before we were getting onto the podcast. We were watching like all the Boston Dynamics robotics, and like it was showing a time lapse from like 1986 when they first started like making this robot that could jump, and it was going through all the timeline till now, where the motherfucker is basically doing parkour with his partner, and it's like, it's freaking me out because it's like it's wireless, so it's like it has better tracking system than anybody else, and it's crazy like to notice a few things. Like there was a scene where the robot is just picking up a box, but one thing I noticed is that it has that camera that's constantly turning. That's a scanning camera, and I'm just noticing as I go for driving, and that camera's like on top of the Google cars where they're just mapping out, where they're just doing map quests and street corners. It was like that same technology is just it's coming into our lives little by little.
Yeah, it's bonkers.
I have a lot of personal experience with that kind of stuff. It's fascinating just how good at parallel processing robotics and that kind of stuff is. With Boston Dynamics, it really showcases the strengths and weaknesses of traditional computing compared to our meatware and meat space. Because it balances very well, but it's still not nearly as good or instinctual as with a person. And that's how algorithmic versus pattern recognition in terms of processing between meat space and regular space works. But it is absolutely fascinating. Again, the scanning camera can pick up the entire room while still picking up a box. Tell a person to do that, pick up a box and tell me who the guy in the back left corner is talking to and what positions he's facing. Unless you turn your head and risk basically falling over while dealing with this box, you're not really going to do that well. Or something so as fascinating.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I turned into a nerd.
And I love the fact that also their eyes are the Kinect. It's all like old Kinect systems that like just are the robot's eyes. And I'm like, I kind of asked a question and like no one gave me a good answer, but like, couldn't full body tracking be easily done with just like multiple Kinect system?
Technically,
Yeah, it's a possibility to do it in VR chat.
no. Technically, you only need one. You only need one because the Kinect isn't just a camera system.
But
it's also LiDAR.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If you
really
get multiple,
need that second input.
Yeah.
yeah, you would need like a multiple systems of it to get the actual. Like that's what I'm thinking. Why can't we just use that as a full body system instead of the trackers themselves?
just hang a Kinect from the bottom of your base station in the corner of the room.
Yeah.
Well, point to add to that is
potentially do that. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Go on.
I'd say the point to add to that is that it costs money. It depends on like how much does it cost to develop. Obviously, that multi-system you're asking for wins. Like,
But the Kinect isn't that expensive. The Kinect is not expensive.
The issue is not the Kinect systems, like having them physically. It's how are you going to connect all of them and have them talk to each other to input into the Steam VR SDK. That's the main problem.
Yeah,
It's all back-end stuff.
Yeah, the biggest problem with computer vision, because that's exactly what that is, has, like I said, algorithmic processing is for traditional computers is really, really bad at pattern recognition and object recognition. There's been a consistent problem, like even with trying to track, like facial recognition is one of the poster childs for how good computer vision has been getting, and there was still a massive issue with detecting people from different races, just because training and stuff like that is going off of it. Trying to tell a computer what a car is versus you've all done your recaptchas at teaching a computer what a car is or something like that, how to differentiate between the two. I need to track this versus tracking that. It is a massive hurdle that's still being overcome, even with, at this point, near 20 years of research and development and a lot of money being put into it. Theoretically, you could do it with the Kinect. You could probably get best bet with two of them or integrating the LiDAR system, but it is a real big computer vision problem.
Just get Michael Reeves on it. He'll finish it in no time.
Yeah.
Michael Reeves will finish it up. You fucking do it. God, Jesus. Michael Reeves.
Claymore Roomba, anybody?
Oh my god.
I love those Alexa memes.
Oh god.
You can always duct
Okay,
tape
we're
razor
good.
blades
I thought
to
my-
your Roomba.
I'm not gonna say the name. I thought it turned on because I have one in my room, and I was like, "Oh, I don't want that." But yeah, I love those kinds of memes where it's like, "Hey, blank, turn all lights off. Start Welcome to the Jungle. Release Claymore Roomba."
Xbox
Oh my
turn off.
God.
Xbox turn off. Let's see
Turn off.
Let's see who's watching us on the Xbox.
Cyberpunk? If you want to talk about Cyberpunk, talk about the fact that you could. We'll be talking about Roombas right now. I'm sure as shit I'm gonna get an ad on YouTube later.
Oh, absolutely.
That's a guarantee.
Amazon
I mean,
or something like
That's
that.
That's a guarantee you will.
look, just describe a whole bunch of like dog products. It's like dog toy, dog food, dog sitter, dog groomer, Petco, or all that kind of shit. And then you're just gonna get a whole bunch of ads of it, and probably make it like a minute.
Meanwhile, Siri can't understand that I want to order pizza.
The basic thing you need.
Siri, I would like to order a pizza. Go buy it yourself, you fuck. Just
Use the phone.
Oh my god.
Targeted advertising. Freaking damn.
It's on point, and it just works when you don't expect it. It's like, oh my god.
That's this is kind of apparently it can get so good at tracking like the profiles they have and the way it tracks people is so precise or accurate that there's stories out there of people getting advertising for things like gay cruises or that kind of stuff.
Oh my god.
Before they've even come out.
Oh my
So you can
god.
look that up. That is an article, but it's just that's
Shopping for a
scary.
banana.
That requires a
Shopping
level
for a
of just
banana.
number of data points. Fucking hell.
No, it's like
What happens to the banana
a scary. Yeah, the algorithm is super scary because I was watching like Edge Runner on Netflix and only on Netflix, and then like I turn on YouTube, and then I'm getting, hey, look, 5 things you missed, the 5 things you did this. What are the real motivations of this character? It's like, well, guy, I watched you on fucking Netflix, not on YouTube. Why are your algorithms like fucking me over here? It's truly scary for that bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Oh god. Yeah.
You can definitely tell where the money is in the systems for that. Where the
Yeah.
money goes up, because those things are flawless. And YouTube got rid of the dislike ratio.
Oh yeah, they did.
There's a Google
Oh,
add-on
they
that
do.
lets you like see the dislike comment. It's great. But yeah.
I don't know. Like Skyrim, if I have to mod it in order to put it into a
Well,
playable
shit.
state, was the standard thing that good?
I mean,
Oh
when
my
you're the
God.
Dragonborn, and then when you can do a Kamehameha on any of the town's guard, it's kind of playable at that point.
Yeah.
True.
True.
I'm
Oh
not
my
gonna argue
God.
with that. That's perfect. Here, let's see. Cyberpunk Hell, getting eaten by a dragon.
Oh my god.
Just trying to
Oh,
debate
God.
between which of the two options. It's really
All right,
get
Kevin.
my eye ripped out, shit in a bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay. Well, here's a question for like, how much have you seen of Cyberpunk so far, Kevin? Like, how much of the universe or just the game itself?
I mean, yeah, I don't necessarily have a crazy amount of time to read like lore and stuff. I definitely want to get more into it. I watched like 2 lore videos,
Well,
I
like-
think.
Yeah, well, like I was gonna ask you if. Oh my God, yeah, there's so much lore. But like, what body part would you like augment just to feel normal in that world? Like, you could change one body part.
Fucking pancreas. That's the only one. That's it, bro.
Oh my
I
god.
don't have diabetes. I can do whatever
Oh,
else I want. It's all good. We're
my
having fun.
You're superhuman.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh god.
But on like a serious note, if I had to augment one part of my body, probably like one of my arms. Because like if you if you just do one of the base augmentations to your arms, I bet like in that universe you could like take stuff out of your arm and then put something else in, like guns or grappling hooks or the mantis claws or whatever. Just seems like one of the most flexible options. Maybe on my left arm, because I write with my right arm and I don't want to, fuck that biological connection up.
You don't want to mess up the touch when you bait.
Yeah, that has to stay human.
Yeah.
That friend stays with you for all your life.
Vegetarian.
Oh man. But yeah, I can't like
Oh my god.
going to like processing and stuff like that. I can't imagine how much processing power like the big companies need to either make an animation, a VFX shoot on a scene or just store all of the data that they collect on us every day, it's got to be so massive.
I wonder what the computer room would look like. Like if it, like, is it that generic version of any IT world, like space where it's just full of servers and computers and everything like that? It has to be, right? It kind of has to be when you're like that into technology, where you just have a cold room full of servers.
I mean, yeah,
I'd say it'd probably be like a big. It'd probably be like a big server room. If you've seen like any shows, like they show like a server room, like for all the data they collected on like everyone, including the workers, main characters, side characters, and even the fucking employees. It'd probably be a big server room with like even hard drives. It'd probably like a main computer room, but it'd probably be a massive room if we're talking like today at least.
Yeah, I mean, it's
what I imagined.
I would imagine it's like the most stable type of setup, I guess you could say, because everything's in these nice organized racks. All the wires go through the ceiling.
Oh, yeah.
Every rack has its own either glass panel or it's like ventilated and stuff like that. But those rooms are the most powerful computers on the planet. Like computers, storage systems.
Oh, yeah.
They're the largest, most powerful, crazy things. Like some of these computers can like simulate what will happen trillions of years from now. Like that's the kind of stuff we're talking about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I can't imagine how Cyberpunk missed out on using one of those supercomputers, because how did they develop that game like before its release date on that hardware? 2080 Ti i9 9900K, it's around that era. But holy cow, when I played that thing for the first time, it was like 40 FPS. And I'm like, how did you guys develop this for 10 years? What hardware did you use?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is like, what year did it come out? 2018 or 2017?
Oh man, has it already been 2 years?
Un moment, por favor.
It's over than 2 years at this point, because it has to.
No, it can't. It's got to be like 3 years old. I think it was like 2019, right?
It was slated for release. It was released December 10th, 2022, so it's 2 years old.
Okay.
Okay.
It was originally slated for release, like a year, 2 years before that?
Yeah.
And was, it had delayed. It was delayed until like that.
Yeah,
because I know it had to be, they delayed it to make it suitable to even to play for like the lower end, like, because I had an Xbox X at the time, so like they were still trying to make a copy for that.
Oh god.
It was announced in 2012.
Yeah. That's what I mean by like
trailer.
developing for 10 years. That trailer was sick though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was.
Even though
When the trailer looks always better than the game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's true though.
Exhibit A, Watch Dogs, the other Cyberpunk hellhole.
Mm-hmm.
I like Watch Dogs. I like Watch Dogs though.
Watch Dogs? Watch Dogs
was
fun.
First one was great. Second one got more creative into it though. Second game.
Second one was good. The third one is like I haven't played it, but it just seems like it's too far fetched.
It's going into the future tech as well with going into like memories and putting someone to sleep. It's kind of going into the future a lot more. From what I've seen of it.
Kind of bridges the gap between like art, like Watch Dogs and R kind of thing, and what how you basically end up to Cyberpunk 2077. Fuck numbers.
Yeah, you have like supercomputers like from like server rooms, and obviously like high security, and like engineers and tech people are paid for that kind of job. That's also another topic as well. Like those people get paid pretty fucking high for that. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
For like the data data management. Pretty sure it's a high job by now. It's. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
computer science.
just touching on that topic for a sec. Yeah, they're handling. If you were to take data and put it into like a physical form, it'd probably be like platinum or titanium type stuff. That's how valuable data is these days. It's literally just a gold mine that big companies are, kind of. What do you call it?
All for advertising.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Basically, have as much information you have at the very. Just try to get as much information as you can.
Pretty much.
Yeah, because the more you know about someone, the more you can predict what they want, and the more you can predict what they want, the more likely they are to buy your product. It's
More money, more advertising, and everything.
Yep.
It's just straight up business right there.
Yeah, you tend to
Unless you
forget
wanna
like how seedy advertisement can really be sometimes.
Oh,
Like even with the like simplest games, it can be very like misleading. Like,
oh god, it can be.
Basically, like any Battlefield game, their trailer compared to their game themselves is like totally the opposite experiences.
Oh my god.
After
Especially
Battlefield
on launch.
3/4, yeah, definitely.
Battlefield. Everyone remember Battlefield 4's launch? I remember
that was
playing
awesome.
the beta and crashing every 5 seconds, and then going into the main
Oh
game.
god.
Oh, it's gonna be better. It was not. Of course, it was Battlefield 4 on the PlayStation 3, so it was already looked like it was running through a cheese grater and made in Roblox, but that's beside the point.
Roblox is getting a whole bunch of attention with all that fucking Facebook, Apple, McDonald's,
Oh god.
Wait, what?
Spotify.
That's true.
There's legit, like, think of how like you would have like there's like the metaverse, and you would buy digital property. Companies would buy digital property. So like McDonald's would buy a few acres of land on a digital space, and you could and Walmart would buy some land as well, and you could put like a virtual Walmart in there and buy groceries in there and have the groceries shipped to your house. And then you have Roblox, which is literally just like, let's put like McDonald's, Spotify, Starbucks, and Metaverse and all that other shit into this fucking game. And these are sponsored worlds. Like Coachella, I'm pretty sure had its own sponsored world at one point for Roblox.
Sponsors for VR chat.
Oh man.
We will take your money.
Yeah.
No, they'll just put
Like, I
anti-cheat
wouldn't-
again. They'll just put more anti-cheat.
Well, like,
Oh god.
look, I wouldn't mind if it helped out like every beginner world to have like an advertisement out there in the very far end. Like, it wouldn't mind me. It wouldn't bother me that much. Like if I see a sign out there that says KFC or Taco Bell, like I wouldn't
Oh my
see that
God.
as like anything egregious. I'll just be like, no, I'm not hungry.
I'm not hungry.
Man.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Okay. I do also have to add a point to, I think it was something that went to earlier, like this whole Cybernetic, like if you had to replace someone today, and Valent, you said your arm?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's I think that I'm pretty sure if you played the game Cyberpunk 2077, there's this wish with like getting like obviously getting like these cybernetic implants, so new arms, I guess you could say. That people, I think they touched upon in the game. It's like some people become crazy about it. I think there's some term for it. Zombie knows it. What is the term for it, Zombie?
Oh, psychosis.
When they go,
Cyber.
Yeah,
psychosis?
psychosis.
cyberpsychosis.
Yeah.
I know about that. Yeah, I've heard that one.
I don't think you can
Yeah,
go
it's
for
like-
one thing though. Like that's just
No, I'm saying, but yeah.
It's more of a probability thing. The more cybernetics you have on your body, the more probability you're gonna develop cyberpsychosis, which is basically just stress, it's succumbing to stress and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, remembering from what I read of the lore that cyberpsychosis doesn't actually exist. It's more being the subject of a cyberpunk dystopia and stress and PTSD, and suddenly like you just snap and you just so happen to have cybernetics. Kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
not a case of cybernetics eating your soul, I think. Or at least that's from what I remember from what I read. It's interesting. don't know what
It's
else,
intriguing,
but
but a little bit terrifying to think about.
Just the more you add to yourself, and you're like, the more you add, are you like taking a little piece of yourself away at the same time? Like
That goes to topic of humanity.
if I could change out my lungs, I would actually change out my lungs, just to have better breathing power and to like.
Oh, you just want it
To
for your
have
pot.
more
Don't
oxygen
shut the
and-
heck up. Shut up.
That's a smoke at that point.
Bro, you're supposed to
You know
Oh my
exactly
God.
where I was going.
Yo, Bob Marley with some
Have better
cybernetic
breathe.
lungs, man. That shit be lit. Snoop Dogg would be doing that shit all the damn time.
He would. He
Bob,
would just
Bob
launch
Marley
and
would
play the
outsmoke
video.
Snoop Dogg if he had cybernetic lungs.
Oh shit!
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm gonna be so high all the time.
I can't.
No, you gotta have like you gotta have it so they're augmented, so they have like storage containers too. So you can just take one massive
I just
rip
have, like,
at the
2
beginning of the
tanks.
day. No, you just take one massive rip at the beginning of the day. It stores it, and it's like, all right, I want to get high. It's just, you think about it, and it just does it.
What, he has a vape? Basically, he has a vape pen inside of his fucking lung.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can see
my
like my little light lights up to see how full I am.
Through your skin.
Bruh.
Bro, why is there a laser on your stomach? On like your stomach? No, bro, that's not my laser. That's my internal vape pen.
And ton of bacon
My
pen.
internal bong, man.
Here, come over here. No, I was like, man, I wish I had some weed right now. Okay, come over here, homie.
Come over here.
Oh, shit lit.
Here,
That shit lit.
you know, just gotta kiss a homie to get him high. It's fine.
Just wanted to get him.
That is good though. Kiss a
So
homie to
true,
get
though.
high.
In Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh my god.
Such a crazy thought.
Oh my
It's
god.
definitely possible with that technology, though.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could also make that into a fucking like traveling business as you go. It's like we fucking what was it? You could literally make it into like a drug business, a legal one at that point
Smoke out the
too.
whole neighborhood.
Exactly.
That'd be great
Like
for a
you,
beekeeper.
Just drive around in a van,
Yeah, exactly.
breathing, and just hotbox the neighborhood.
You hotbox the neighborhood.
Just you have 3 dudes and just like they just hotbox the whole fucking room.
We're all heavy.
flavor do you
breathing
want
outside,
today?
Going for a run is.
I'm a police officer. I'm a complaint. My baby is high. Why? 3 dudes with cybernetic implants are running around my neighborhood.
the next.
What do they look like?
Why
It's
am I-
that
why am
bandit
I-
with all the smoke?
Just
Why am I thinking of like in One Piece, like that one dude, that One Piece in that big ass robotic dude, Frankie.
He has like it's like his front is all cybernetic, but the back is all human or something like that. Then he opens his chest and like he has like his chest is open and it's like a
Fridge, and it has like beverages, but it's like there's 3 Coke bottles that I think fuel him. Just imagine replace that and use,
Coca-Cola.
but instead just replace that with some bongs and maybe like a gas
Oh,
mask that I think that is also
also a bong right there. He's like,
Oh my fucking god. Oh god.
yo, baby, let me open up my
Trisco and you can hit on me.
and just go down on there. It's like, and they just get high right there on the bench.
I'm just imagining
my
someone.
God.
Everybody in the
holding
world will
a
think it's
lighter
like, oh man, God, this girl is such a hoe. She blowing that dude over there.
But he turns around like, "Why you get lit too?" And it's like, man, I'm going.
It looks like a sexual favor officer.
But it's not. It is a legal distributor.
This is a medical
A legal license and
marijuana
everything.
dispensary. It's in my fucking lungs.
I mean, that would
Oh my god.
basically be the new medical, like in the cyberpunk. It was like getting high.
Oh man.
That would be illegal.
Yo, homie,
I need you to
Okay.
jack in with me. I need you to jack into my cybernetics, man. Like, man, no, I need you to hit me right now. No, not like that. Like over here.
So, it's just God. God, the skin like your
A
body,
sex
like
tape, probably
place or whatever they call them.
a sex tape in that fucking universe. If you was a weed smoker, you'd be like, it's like,
Oh God. Oh, fuck.
a porn star, something like a porn star being like, man, I want to get lit during this porn video. It's like, all right, baby, start sucking.
oh shit,
Jennifer
okay.
Lynch.
Start sucking the penis, but instead of sucking cum, it just starts sucking smoke. It's like, man, I'm lit. Okay, I'm gonna switch back to the semen take later.
That's so fucking.
Oh no.
Simultaneous switching.
The dust cloud.
Wait.
Money
The dust cloud as a money shot.
It's not just medical, it's entertainment. It's entertainment uses as well. Oh my fucking God. It went from
Yeah,
fucking
this is a
truck
medical
to
video. We're being medical. Yo, this is just medical.
medical
This is
science
medical.
here.
This is a medical.
Yeah, this is all
medical science. Oh, medical science. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh fuck.
Oh man.
That leads me to like, that's another thing. Like, if you, from example, like, if I like had to get like a cybernetic, I'd probably place one of my eyes, because like I don't have the best vision, especially for like VR. Like I'm terrible. So like getting my eye replaced would be nice, but I know there's a risk with like the brain and everything, like getting hacked from people.
Oh yeah.
But the implications of getting like any of this would be fucking awesome. It's just there's gonna be a risk of people and hackers in the future still, which is probably the other thing that people are afraid about. I think with the cyberpunk future of like 5 generations from my, or 4 generations from my life right now, which is a very scary thing to look at now. It's like, oh man, I could be hacked. Shit,
Yeah, not even your phone anymore. Just like, oh, I gotta go to the doctor. My brain
No,
just
they
got
have to.
hacked.
They can use their brain. They have to use their brain or use their eyes and just slowly hack you. You play the game, like you can just straight up hack someone
By looking
and
at
like
them.
shut them
Yeah.
down, shut them. Yeah, just by looking at them. It's crazy.
Actually reminds me,
Everybody
there's a
be
real-life
everybody be
precedent for that.
saying. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, that's there used to be, might still be. I know there's Bluetooth operated insulin pumps, and what bad people could do was take something that blasts the Bluetooth signal, and Bluetooth is very, very insecure in terms of Wi-Fi signals, and give a diabetic person an overdose on insulin and cause them to go into hypoglycemia,
That's high blood sugar.
shock and die.
Oh, no, you're right.
high, so
You're right.
hyper-
You're right.
Hypo.
I think.
Yeah.
Well, if you go
Basically
too low,
shoot
you
them
just
with this gun.
yeah. If you just go too low, you go into a coma, pretty much, or unconscious.
Yep.
I mean, I know my body's very resilient to low blood sugars. Like, 120 is a normal number, and I've been down to 20 before, and I was still conscious. So,
Oh, good.
Damn.
yeah.
Like, I can imagine if someone just shot you out of nowhere and suddenly your blood sugar's in the hole
Yeah, but
Oh God.
I'm not
and
too.
you weren't expecting it.
I mean, yeah. I guess we'll see what happens when I get my system set up. But
But I don't think it's a thing that's security's improved. But like said with hacking, it's a hack. It's basically modern hacking that's I think Hat Cannon has killed someone. Now imagine that's your eye or your arm.
yeah, it's kind of like you definitely gotta figure that out before.
I think there's something similar to this if you played the Force Watch Dogs. I don't know if like doing one of the final missions or whatever,
So like,
you can literally just hack it.
Oh, you're talking about
my
the
hand
you're talking about
starts
killing the
twitching
old
if I
guy
have
by the
ad block
pacemaker.
on.
Are you talking about that one?
Oh yeah.
I
You,
was about
you
to say that.
spit it
Yeah, you
out.
could kill that dude with the pacemaker.
Yeah, literally just fucking kill him with a space maker. Like, that's what's gonna happen in the future with eyes. Instead of fucking phones, you can have your goddamn eyes and just hack into someone's goddamn computer, security system, and just literally just hack all of it down, shut down. Right then and there. Just using your brain, connecting it to the cybernetic implant you got. It's the future right there.
It will be foreign hand syndrome, but intentional.
Going back to something
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
more
Jerk you
upbeat.
to death.
So compared to other,
Cyberpunk.
Oh, you want to go upbeat? All right, I'm gonna change my cock.
no. So for those who've
Oh, wait,
seen the show, I haven't seen it, but compared to like other iconic anime or cartoon / anime characters, SpongeBob, Goku, whoever you can think of, why do you think this, what is it, Rebecca, is sticking so crazily to the masses who have watched the show? Because I mean, like from what I've heard, she's just a psychopath.
Yeah.
So why is that sticking?
Okay, look, we can't go into details because it spoils. Like it really does spoil.
Say whatever. I mean, go for it.
No,
she's transgender psychopath, supposedly.
For something that is she?
Wait, what?
Yeah. Supposedly that's another thing that everybody kept complaining about. I was like, what is her pronouns? It's like, oh my fucking god.
I did.
You know what?
I know.
Then don't give a fuck. I do not give a fuck about the people who are complaining about this show. Then those assholes, those fucking crybabies who just want to bitch and complain about any little thing. They just want to bitch and complain about. This is nothing. They are literally trying to find anything to fucking bitch and complain about at this point. We currently live in a bitch first society. There's nothing good. Everything is a bitch first society. I have no idea why it's like that.
Look at the news.
Yeah. Oh god.
No, everybody'd be less like that if TikTok wasn't a thing, most likely.
That is true. That's sadly true.
Here's the thing about here's an interesting thing about TikTok though. Like in China, they reward.
Get me off comms, more, Mike.
Yeah, go for it. They pretty much reward people for not doing the things we do here. So like engineering, cool math stuff, like that, good art, good sciences, stuff like that. But here it's like, oh yeah, you're gonna get 1 million views if you do a dance.
And then you'll get 1 million views if you copy the person who dance, or if you dance along the person that's copying with the dance. It's I have no idea. I do not. I am so afraid of TikTok as it is because it's. I don't know if you guys have it, but it's like
no.
Yes,
I
it is 100% true.
Personal vow to never make a TikTok account.
Yeah,
I'm not doing TikTok.
I have never made a TikTok. I have. Look, if my reborn Christian father has a TikTok account, why the fuck do I? Why the fuck should I have one?
Yeah.
And then I get message for him on my Facebook Messenger. So he sends me, instead of sending me hi, how are you? He'll send me a TikTok about Donald Trump or about fucking the military industrial complex, and just sends me, and it's like, well, there's your message of the day for me, and I don't know what the fuck.
Oh god.
Come on, man, just text me or something. I just want to talk to you. I don't want to
just
watch.
say hi.
I don't want to watch some fucking cat fly off a balcony and land on its feet. Come on. Like me.
Oh, what the fuck?
Like you say, hey man, how you doing? Do you want to like trade memes or something? And then you're like, sure. And then it's like, okay, whatever, fine, I'll do it. But like, at least text something first. Like, I just don't want to look at a notification in my class and see a TikTok thing, and I'm like, come on, man, I thought this was important.
Yeah. The next day, your professor sends you a TikTok instead of an exam. Like, how's your day? Sends a TikTok. Fuck.
Shit, I'm gonna fail this class so hard. One of my professors sends me a meme. That's the point I know I'm gonna fail that class instantly.
That's like, I'm done.
How would you feel if you got a TikTok of like She-Hulk twerking? Like, how would you feel if you got She-Hulk twerking?
I can withdraw from classes if it's for free. If it's before week 7, it doesn't look good on my thing, but I can. I would just get out of that fucking class because I know they're not being serious about this teaching job. Like, I'm here, I'm at this college to get an engineering degree, and if you're sending your students videos of you twerking, I am fucking out of there.
I'm leaving.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna hide my professor's Snapchats that I was following. Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh my god.
Just not talk about that.
Let's not talk about it.
It was programming too.
What's the word for it? The people who make anti people for the show, Cyberpunk. Oh. I'm sorry. For the people who are not liking, the anti, people complain about Cyberpunk Edgerunners. They're just complaining, like, to be honest, like, because the characters in Cyberpunk, the setting, as I said, it's no one cares, as like Win mentioned earlier. No one cares. It's kind of you gotta get your own things. You have your family units. maybe some friends who will care about you,
Yeah.
and then everyone else doesn't give a shit about you. The characters are, I guess, since you play the game, obviously, Cyberpunk 2077, the characters are complicated. They have many reasons why they do it. Oh. Sorry about that. But no, like, the characters are complicated. You don't know the motivations or reasons why they do this. Maybe one's a psychopath, one could, potentially just because they lost like a family member. All of them have this different motivations to do the things. Like the people who hack, they do it to make money. The people who are in fucking hacking groups or small groups who do small jobs, they do to protect each other. You don't really know the behind the story about them until you like watch a show or find out what the story. That's the interesting thing with Cyberpunk. I've seen watching the show and watching people play Cyberpunk, and that's what I love about it, at least. Plus with technology and like the corporations and how it's kind of with technology the same level and how they use it to the advantage for like still business and people's lives, even governments. It's it's complicated. And there's a lot of law on this that I watch on YouTube personally.
Oh yeah, it seems just the world that they built with all of like the variety of different things, and like even if you go up to random NPCs, they can be doing something like you wouldn't even know about if you played the main storyline alone. It's just both the technology in game and in real life. I can't imagine how much work had to go into that, because I can't think of like many other games besides like games that come out, like when people add quests to games through DLC or like new maps and stuff like that. But all of this was on launch up until the last DLC, which I think was like I don't know, I forget what it's called. It's due to the show though. That's when it came out. But it's just crazy what they managed to pull off.
I honestly can't wait to see what other games are going to be coming out now, because from what this anime has done, it actually revived Cyberpunk. Like, Cyberpunk it killed my love for console gaming. Like, it honestly killed it. And then coming back to it now after watching the anime and then like giving it time to actually become a real fucking game now, it's like I kind of want to jump back in. I kind of want to get in there and just have fun fucking around with the world just itself and not doing any of the missions, because it looks like a fun world just to like drive or do anything.
Yeah, and I'd imagine like with all the systems they have in place, even if you're just going around, you run into like a dynamic mission. Like, I don't see that as being out of the picture, which is like, wow.
Like
corporations,
like the technology
and everything, yeah.
But like the technology for Shadow or Mordor, like the Oasis, I don't know what that technology was basically. Yeah, it was where the enemy basically learns, like whatever you did to this, it learns from it and then it evolves. Like it makes the character like evolves against you for as much power. It levels up as you level up, and I'm wondering if like they can probably add that to many other systems going on from now on, right?
That's the rival system I believe you're talking about. Again, that's also a good series to play, WIIND. But like the enemies would learn from you, like what takes you to kill, the last leader or a brother or blood brother, I believe. It's a rival system or I don't know. It's like something like a rival system. You would kill them. They would be immune to this disease, like poison or fire, and then they would carry on. And then you have to find a new way to beat this enemy, or take control of them.
Yeah, I'm just wondering to know if we can actually put that system in other future games that are coming out. Like, I haven't heard any games that are like interesting enough to like even have any. It's just the only game that's coming out that interests me one bit is Modern Warfare 2. That's pretty much the only game right now.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Don't know too much about that game. Don't know too much about that game. It's all you guys.
That's nostalgia to the max for me. That game makes me want to play fucking 16 hours straight, not look at the sunlight at all, and just,
oh my god,
just have my gallon of water right there with me.
Oh my god. At that point, have a fucking bucket there. Be like, yeah, this is my bathroom right here. I've been here for 60 now.
This is my shit bucket. This is my shit bucket.
From witnessing the
People would do that.
development cycle of like the last 3 games, I can definitely say Infinity Ward definitely has their shit together compared to the other studios. It's just like,
yes,
oh
I think.
my God, it's so,
Well,
their
each
games are
studio
so
has
good.
their exact. I think Sledgehammer is good with zombies. I don't know if they developed zombies or was it Treyarch.
Treyarch.
Treyarch. Okay, so Treyarch has zombies. What did Sledgehammer bring? Because I know that's the third one.
I forget.
Or were they just like I don't. I think they just like edited the zombies like to have a lore into it, but I don't know what actually system that Sledgehammer brung in.
Yeah. But I mean, they definitely have their like. I mean, they work on all the games. It's just I don't necessarily like their standalone stuff
Yeah.
for the franchise. I mean, sorry, but I definitely need to get some water at some point. But what are you most excited for? For Modern Warfare 2?
You want to go for this? Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I really want to. I want to jump in. I want to jump into those old maps. The plane crash site. I want to jump in. I want to get my ACR. I want to feel like playing. I want to have my controller in my hand. I'm gonna play on PC, but I'm gonna use a controller. Like everyone else, I love using a controller.
You'll still get aim assist.
And
yeah.
I know. I know.
It's not
It's
bad.
like it's.
That's a very thoughtful thing for the PC development team of Modern Warfare, which I think is Beanox or something. Because there's like the main developer, which is Infinity Ward, but there's different people for converting it into PC or different consoles. But yeah.
Yeah, and I'm also looking forward to seeing Ghost die again.
Oh man, it's a completely different campaign. You saw compared to Modern Warfare 2019 compared to the initial one, Modern Warfare 4.
The new
Modern Warfare, you know, I forget what that Call of Duty.
The
4.
revamp.
Yeah. I cannot wait to see what they did with the campaign, because the campaign for 2019 was so mint. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
And how they all tied into
This is
Warzone
gonna
and then
be...
DMZ. I think it's gonna be a blockbuster. They need to change some things. The beta wasn't great. Like the UI was designed for a mobile device. That's all I'm saying. But
Wait, what?
it looks like it was designed for a mobile device, dude. Like you had to swipe right for everything. You only saw 4 friends online at once. You had to scroll all the way down to find the friends you want to play with. It's like
Oh wow.
from the beta. Yeah.
Yeah.
They said they're going to
sounds terrible.
completely rework it,
Don't-
though. They already stated that, but
Oh.
it's just like there's some things here and there that they can definitely change. If you guys want to definitely watch, I think The Act Man. I don't know if you've heard of him. Watch his video on it. He describes it perfectly. I need to grab water real quick.
Okay. Yeah, I would give it a shot. Oh yeah.
I was gonna say like
There we go.
But what?
I grab something too in a
game-
minute.
Oh, okay. Well, I was about to ask
What is
you,
it?
like, what game actually is getting you excited for that's coming out?
I would
That's
say
besides the rifle
Okay, besides that game, I would say it's more based. Okay, this is kind of going to which history? It goes into the history of this, like I guess wars. It's taking place during. Fuck! God damn it! Oh my god! It's on my wish list on Steam. And it's an upcoming game coming up this year. It takes place with robots, and it's a survival games actually. The survival games. That's what I'm like. I always look forward to, because I like an infinite system where people like have to survive. You know, water, food, and some technology from the Stone Age to gain like guns and burn defenses. Big fan of those and MMORPGs. Obviously, I like those kind of games where you do crafting and you get stronger with some skills throughout each time you play. You do it slowly or fast depending on your play style. And I forgot, it's on the tip of my tongue. I forgot the game's name, but this this game is where they implement a robot technology, and after let's take World War II into like Sweden or Germany, and it takes over. The entire plot is whether the robots take over, you're German or something, because I can hold the axe in the game, but you're supposed to like smash your way through a bunch of them. You get pick up guns, you get special abilities like super jump, and you get winches and guns and everything. It's very fun. I do not remember the game name for sure, but it's a new game coming out this year though. I'm looking forward to playing it. Whoever, if you can remember the name, I'd be glad to talk about it more.
That definitely sounds interesting. But
oh yeah, I'll send the trailer to it and game stuff or something.
Yeah.
I'll be up a channel for it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Changing gears a little bit. What do you guys think of the current trajectories for how good games are starting to get optimized and how good they look compared to the hardware that is required to run them nowadays, compared to like say 3 years ago?
I mean, if we're gonna do a big comparison, 3 years ago games actually came out finished and not needing a goddamn 50 gigabyte like update, compared to now where like everything needs an update on day one.
Yep.
So like,
Yep.
I love games 3 years ago where they fucking came out full. Like nowadays, I can see where you're wanting to go, where it's like technology and like our systems to run the technology is there, but right now there's just no games coming out that is an actual full game. You have games coming out that are half games, or like you have to wait another 6 months in order for it to become a full game. Like I was like, I hate to bring it back to Cyberpunk, but like look how long before that became an actual playable game, even on the PC. Like if you didn't have a high-end PC to run everything and to not crash or to not edit your PC in order to play the games, like there were so many that just couldn't play it because it was just broken. And then we're getting a lot, well, I've been seeing it. We've been getting games that are just broken and broken and broken, and there's like, okay, you're going to ship us a game, it's multiplayer only, and then you're going to charge us DLC for the campaign. And it's
god, paywalls suck. I hate paywalls.
But that's what happened though. That's exactly what happened to the gaming culture now. It's like everything is behind a paywall. Everything is behind battle passes, and like I just don't like this new way of gaming that is now, and like that's why I'm kind of like I go to VR chat where it's like I can make my own game. I can pretty much make my own fun with this, and it's still just as much of a blast.
Yeah.
You still have to deal with the occasional like updates and stuff that may break the world and stuff. So that's the only thing you have to worry about though.
Well,
yeah, it's gonna be
the thing
that though.
With VR chat as well. It's an acceptable alpha though. This is an acceptable alpha that we all kind of agree that it's just it's not there. Like every update's gonna break this game. Like no matter what, until they find a fucking a good source, this game's gonna break every time they update it. But this is acceptable because we can do a lot more with what we can now. With the games that are coming out, it's not acceptable. It's not. It really is not acceptable how they're bringing out games at all. Like what they're offering us to get excited for are crumbs. Are super little crumbs. Like that's why we got a beta for Modern Warfare 2, and I bet you anything we're gonna get it. You just said they're gonna give us an update on day one that totally changes how it looks. Like the beta is supposed to be the final fucking straw of like what this game's gonna look, and then it's just a stress test. That's what a beta used to be. A beta used to be a stress test of like how many people we can get on this game playing at the same time, and then nothing breaks, and then we can send it out the very next month or anything like that. But now we don't even get that. Now a beta is basically the final game that we get, and like they haven't even fixed any of the stuff that we've been complaining about it. Yeah,
I have your point about
strong opinions. They have very strong.
Okay.
Opinions.
to add to your point about the WIIND, since I grew up, obviously, I know 2000 age with like games. Like, I'm pretty sure you all know the thing. You all know the concept. Game of the Year edition, okay? We get all your DLC. There's still a paywall there. I get it was there even in the early 2000s. And I played Fallout 3. Fallout New Vegas. We don't talk about the Fallout games. Okay, some of them are shit. Okay, all of them are shit in my personal opinion. Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas. The company who made them. Like Bethesda's a whole nother topic, but like how they did it back then for Fallout 3 was great. You had like DLC, you had a DLC, you had the Mothership Zeta, you had the Pit, you had. Oh yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The game. You know which ones I'm talking about. You also have Fine Aliens. You also have the Brotherhood of Steel. DLC. And then you had Fallout New Vegas, which is made by different. I forgot which company made Fallout New Vegas. Like worked on it. Obsidian. They did a good job actually. I'd like to see them do more work on like more Fallout games. I've said Bethesda personally. They did a good job with it. They did Lonesome Road. They also did the other DLC did they do for it? Woodward Blues.
Road, Dead Money.
Dead Money was interesting. Was fun. I loved that one. But Lonesome Road was my favorite from it personally because character-wise and the story, kind of like decisions you made kind of affects how you meet them. The person of interest in the plot, obviously, of the game of the DLC. I'm not gonna spoil it. I'd say anything Game of the Year editions like from like years back. As I think WIIND has a strong opinion of, like, it was easier back then. We expected, not games are not perfect, okay? Games are not perfect, okay? Not even today. But they won't find so many goddamn paywalls, battle passes, so many fucking updates. Because I remember playing Xbox 360. God, if you know Xbox 360 days, okay? Even all you Call of Duty players out here know that. Like, playing these games, they were so fun. You had like the memes with the shitty mics, people saying fuck you,
You leave
and all
my
that
shitty
shit.
mic
Yeah.
alone. You leave my
Exactly.
my one ear mic alone.
I'm just saying, no, like that was probably the core generation of like gaming though, like in the early 2000s, and then you kind of approach this year with it. It's like the updates get very annoying. I don't like it. I have a computer now. My computer is like mid-tier PC. I have a Verizon 2700X, I believe.
Yeah.
I want to upgrade it further, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and some mid-tier PC. I do not like it when I have to keep updating a goddamn game when they had a whole fucking year to fix all these issues and test it out. And now they give you these beta options, which it goes mixed. To be honest, it depends on the company of what company you're talking about. Like there's EA, there's Bethesda, there's all these companies that are upcoming new. Some are old. Some care about money, more about money than like actually fixing the game sometimes. Cyberpunk, as one of the big examples, had a lot of bugs in it. It discouraged me from playing the game personally, and it took me an anime to actually want to play the game now. Because I'm like, okay, maybe this is gonna bring me back to actually play the game. Because the anime and the characters and the entire lore behind everything. It's gonna be good. But the main point is like years back it was fine to accept bugs back then and update. Betas, I think if they cared more about the game, the companies like Bethesda, a few examples, and they kind of worked on the game during the year and before they released it. There's a business term for this actually. I forgot. It's where they test the game before they even hand it to you. They test like the product or service before they even give it to you. Straight up. It's a good tactic to use, but a lot of businesses do not do that sometimes, and that pisses me off sometimes about these game companies.
Oh yeah.
That's what pissed me off about Cyberpunk. Yeah, that's just my strong opinion about it. Sorry if I cut you off when I do anything. You guys can say, anything about this. Sorry.
Good.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm good.
I mean, like compared to the old days where like companies knew exactly what hardware they wanted to support it, like now it's like, we gotta support all the way back to this super old generation console and everything new that's coming out. And like even it just ticks me off because for most of PC games you got to start getting the top stuff. And it's like, why do I need to have the top of the line stuff? Even if I have like this high end gear, it's still going to be better on this newer stuff. And even some like options from the newer games are blocked off to those players. And I'm just like, man, but hardware these days, it's starting to get like crazy. Like there's the size of everything and like the just efficiencies things are starting to reach.
Oh, you can go to GPU pricing if you want to talk about that.
Oh yeah, just
You know how much like GPUs like 3090s, 4020s. Oh, like how much like a decent PC. I don't know if you're talking about something like building a PC. I'm not the best person building a PC. I did terrible about it. I have my GPU. I have a 1660 Ti, and it runs pretty better than the regular version of 1660 GPU. And I use the AMD build for mine, and with some Verizon, it's great, and I love it. But when I get games saying you have to get this high tier stuff, it just takes me off a little bit about it. Because I grew up again with like SLC 60 days, Nintendo DS games, Castlevania, and these older games, which didn't require so much. Oh, you're fine, man. Which didn't require too much of a system requirement. And now these other ones require system requirement. Even for, I understand why there's one for VR, because VR is very heavy on your computer. Especially even, going to VR chat. Words, avatars is going to affect you a lot.
oh yeah.
But it's an exception, though. Definitely an exception. Everything else, it's the company that really needs to work on its own thing. Some companies have gotten good at, fixing the bugs. But if you can't fix the bugs to straight up in that first year, at least most of them, if you can fix like most of your bugs in a year within like the first week or 3 weeks, I think your game's gonna be really good. But if you do it and it takes like 3 years, right? Cyberpunk took so long. Is it 3 years? 4 years?
Yeah. Something
When
like
it come out?
Currently 2 years.
Yeah, something like that. 2 years.
2 years.
2. Yeah, it took this long for people to get revived from this anime and that. Yeah, I just think that it's the ethics and like the company's tactics that really needs to be worked on, and they should really just think back like to the older generation a little bit, like not fully, because I know hardware is still a complication, because it depends on how much a person makes to get a computer.
Though, I'll tell you that we don't need major graphics. We need more story.
Oh no, we don't.
Oh yeah.
Functions.
Yeah. That's one of the things is they focus on graphics a lot now instead of the story now, which I don't like it.
I mean, there's some games that do
Like-
both, but it's what do you say?
It's
I'm running off of like my laptop's barely running 560 at the moment. Like I am running everything on low battery, low power at this point, and then like I am really looking forward to when I can finally upgrade my PC, or like I can finally upgrade to a PC. I might say.
PC Build or PC
Struggle is
Pickles is a good
hard.
website.
Yeah.
It's a great website
too-
for fucking costs.
Yeah, I'm working with that's the joke I always say. And there's VR chat, and then I'm running my laptop is running just underneath VR chat. So it's,
VR chat's an exception with the VR too.
Yeah.
So it's a hell of a section too.
just like earlier, like you
Yeah,
said,
sorry.
I can't play I just bought fucking like I just bought Fallout 3 Game of the Year edition, and I can't play it. I figured I cannot play it. There's just no way for me to play it on my current system, and I'm like, trying to see what I can do, and it's like, nope, I just uninstall it. I just Well, I want to play it later. Like
Yeah.
Like I had
It's a
fun
fun
playing
game.
it on my 360. Yeah, I had fun playing it when I had the 360. So playing it on my PC, I kind of want to know what that experience is.
Yeah.
Because
It's a fun experience, for sure.
Technological lore is what it is.
Yeah, I would. That's the thing. Yes, I can add mods. I can add mods that are for adult-based entertainment.
All 34. I still have to play these games mod-wise.
If the internet shows us
Oh
one
my
thing,
God.
never underestimate Rule 34. They will work in a flash.
Dude, it's like they give you any. For
Yeah.
example, take any anime, any character from Fate and Grand Auto. They'll be like, "Oh, this is a male king, whatever character." 3 days later, oh look, here's a female version, straight up.
Are you
Artwork
kidding me?
done already.
Have you seen Genshin Impact Rule 34? Is how fast
Oh
they
my-
draw their shit whenever a new character gets announced?
Oh god, dude, it's crazy. They work so fast and efficient with it though. Straight up do that,
I mean-
pop it out like it's hot.
Rule 34 already has edge runner porn. There's already edge runner porn for it already.
I'm
So,
not
like,
surprised.
The internet is very fast.
And not even to mention another thing. Not even to mention another thing, man. Freaking Rule 34 animators, like hentai animators, like those 3D animators that do like Overwatch porn, all that kind of shit. They do better animations than the fucking studios themselves.
They
do. That's an impressive
They
thing.
really do.
That's
It
impressive.
doesn't-
The power of Blender.
Dude, well,
That's
Blender
just
and
the
some
power of
other,
your,
there's
your,
other
your
programs.
brain and dick at the same time. That's just worse. This is working in a perfect
At the
circle.
same time.
Oh, dude.
That's just a perfect
Oh my
circle right
Oh,
God.
man.
That was
Uh,
fantastic amount of effort
well,
they
they
do, because you know they're working one-handed.
there. Look,
Oh
at
my
that point, they're learning how to type with their feet. They're making sure they can use all functions.
Their feet are probably
Oh,
super
God.
massive and like they're oh god. Yeah.
Slow feet. They got muscular ass feet. Like how people when they
Have you tried to move your
What is
toes
it like?
individually, dude? Do you know how hard that is to do? Imagine how swollen.
It is, I know that's hard.
Oh god.
Oh god.
I mean, what is it like
I
the
can only move
like,
like my pinky.
for
yeah.
for like guys or for like normal people? It's like when you jerk off all the time, your that one arm gets swole as hell because just like you get and you notice like that one arm gets swole. It's like fucking, and then you got those people that are like you're saying it like their feet, and it's like, man, this I don't know what kind of I don't know what kind of dude, I don't know what you be doing with your life, but your feet are swole, man. You on swole mode on the damn feet.
Oh my
Okay, that's
god.
Yeah. But
Yo, I got this new exercise called Blender. Man, what's that exercise? That sounds lit. All right, I think you need to get $1,000 PC, this program, and you sit.
And you sit right here.
Start doing it. Start doing the
Oh
do.
god.
Make a donut, then make a penis.
No, at that point, make it a piece would be too easy for me. Like, nah, we'll make animations next. We'll do some more animations. Okay, that's like easy work for them,
PS
pretty
system
sure.
came out. Time to work that in.
Oh my! I wonder what that.
Oh,
Bro,
no.
when that DPS add-on for VR Check came out, though everybody went nuts. The VR Check community went nuts because they knew everybody was about to be done with that
changed
shit.
the world.
That shit
Oh
hit
my-
VR chat like
changed the
crack
world.
to rural neighborhoods in like the 1960s, dude. Holy shit.
Oh, oh god,
Oh,
dude. So much.
swinging
So
back,
much.
swinging back to hardware for a second.
Yeah.
What do you? So, Disaster, what are you excited to do on your new PC after being on that cursed laptop for like 4 years? What are you
Well, the
most
fact that
excited
I'm
for?
sitting here using two monitors while playing a video game, while actively streaming on one of them, having YouTube open in the
Cool
background of the
monitors.
other, having
Dude.
taking the meeting minutes pretty much, and actively contributing to the discussion, I am very much enjoying what I am doing. Other than that, besides playing video games, I have to figure out how to do Blender, and I now have no no roadblocks to do that. And yeah, after that entire conversation, I feel awkward.
What is your current build? What is your build for? What is your build for your PC? If you don't mind me asking, Disaster. What is your
i9
specs?
1290
12900 KS,
3080.
3080.
12900K.
Damn.
3080. with
Shit,
3
all
terabytes.
48. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that PC is balling.
48, man.
He's balling.
Yes.
What the fuck?
The i9's liquid
I thought
cooling.
He's trying to get that Kevin level PC build, man. He's trying to get
His
that one
PC
where a game
outperforms
doesn't,
mine.
where a program
Shit.
doesn't
His
want
PC's
to
better
run
than
because it's
mine.
too powerful.
What the
Yeah, you
fuck?
want to see all of the
I
shaders.
thought yours was,
I do.
I thought yours was Bill. Oh, wait, what the? I
Mine
thought
is
yours was
Bill,
like a fucking
but his is
beast
better
already.
than mine. Like
So Kevin's the Chad, Disaster's the Giga Chad.
Oh, I said.
Oh,
we'll see what my laptop has to say about that, but yeah.
I mean, like, are you kidding me?
Oh my
back
God.
before Disaster had his Giga Chad PC, Kevin's PC wouldn't be able to refuse to run because it was too powerful. Like literally, you told us you couldn't run programs because it was too powerful.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember they were struggling. for
Yes,
them.
you did say that before.
How do you have that problem? How do you not run something for being too powerful?
I don't know, but some update fixed everything. It was like, oh, cool, okay. Now I can flex a little bit.
You complained a lot about that
The
before.
program had to get a wrapper because the PC was fucking it too much.
Oh my god.
It needed safety. It needed protection against all the computer, all that a PC
Yeah.
condom. Oh my god, I can see it. Oh
Man.
god.
The liquid cooler got everywhere.
Needed extra thermal paste.
That could go look at
And the liquid
Oh
cooler
my
got
God.
everywhere. Oh, jeez. Don't start talking about liquid
Oh,
cooler
no.
getting everywhere, man. I don't want mine to start leaking. That'd be so bad.
Hey, I got liquid
Oh,
cooler
God.
for my i9 too. If that thing breaks, I'm just gonna cry.
Oh god.
I actually had to move one of the things off of my fan.
Oh no.
'Cause
Oh my
It
god.
started up. I'm like, what the fuck is that sound? That's not right.
Oh, speaking of
That's not right to hear.
PC setups, who remembers the Verge?
Yep.
Don't know anything about the Voyage.
The disastrous PC setup, like you need a thermal paste applicator, and it doesn't use the thermal paste applicator. Then you need a CPU holder in order to place the CPU.
That was
Oh,
a
God.
And
first
you need
PC
a
build.
anti-static bracelet,
Yep.
but it's literally just a God loves you God loves you wristband.
That sounds. Oh, that sounds terrible. What the fuck?
And then
My
for the
God.
for the benchmarking, what was it? For the benchmarking, it was he was using Arma 3, but he was in a jet, so everything gets downgraded. All the other stuff gets downgraded because you're not processing that. And then he did the next best thing. Is like he benchmarked him playing League of Legends.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Oh.
League of Legends is built to run on a potato.
Yeah, it's always coming back. That was my first game I was able to play on this, so I can't talk
He's
Oh
already
my
been taken. He's been taken by League of Legends. Oh no.
Look,
I didn't do League of Legends. I did Smite, man.
TFTV.
I was a Smite player once.
Oh.
What was it when?
no, I was just gonna say I have TFT installed into my phone right now, but I haven't played it yet. Been wanting to. It's taking up so much gigabytes. I just haven't started up for no reason.
Hold on, let me I'm gonna put the video in, but we can just see like the first few minutes of it because it is.
Oh god.
Yes.
Disaster, could you be
Oh,
a
fuck, I thought-
technician and please boot this up, please, on the screen?
No.
No.
Son of a bitch, please put it up on the screen.
So, yeah, but after that, why don't we go into some of the things you guys want to talk about?
Sure.
Sure.
There you
Video's ready.
go.
Oh damn.
All
Okay.
right, so
That's
anyway,
some
video that a lot of people have been sharing in my Discord.
I kept getting
notifications over and over and over to review this thing before it gets taken
Be
down.
back.
On September the 13th of this year, The Verge published a video on YouTube.
This is a notoriously bad video, apparently. I haven't watched it yet.
Apparently, it was like a total fucking shit show.
How we built $2,000 gaming PC.
But I've been told it is extremely bad and it's full of things that you just
Oh,
shouldn't do when
God.
building a gaming PC.
At first, I admit, I thought it was satire.
So a few years ago, TC, or managing editor...
Hi, Stefan. You probably shouldn't have included your Twitter handle here because I imagine you're just going to get absolutely flamed from the internet.
You can build a gaming desktop
Oh,
for
God.
$1,000.
Which is true.
Well, yeah, you can build a gaming desktop for around $1,000, or
That's something like $2,000 of mine, so.
or $250, or $200, or $175, or $150, or sometimes even $100. But yeah, sure, $1,000.
I want to go all out, so I spent around $2,000.
2,000 is a decent chunk of change for a gaming
Most
PC.
games. So, what do you need to build a desktop? Well, of course, first you need a table. Preferably not metal.
Hold on, timeout.
Okay.
Timeout.
So, what do you need to build a desktop? Well, of course, first you need a table.
Mahogany at best.
A table.
You need a table.
A table.
Preferably
Well,
not-
You need
it
a
could
table
work.
to build a PC. I thought you could build it in mid-air.
You cannot build this on the floor. So step 1, you need a table. Step 2, you better have 2 hands, and they better have 10 digits.
Like, that's just common sense. You're going to need a working surface area to build a computer. That's just...
yeah.
I even say that.
Have an anti-static working surface layered on top of it, a thermal paste applicator,
What? A thermal paste applicator? What the heck is that?
Does anybody ever actually use a thermal paste applicator?
an Allen wrench.
Why is he recommending an Allen wrench?
I have never used an Allen wrench to build a computer ever, and I've
No, you don't.
Unless
What is
you
he
use that
building?
Allen
You
wrench.
need a
to put
screwdriver.
Some tweezers to tighten
You
up.
don't need an Allen wrench.
Hold on. Did he just say tweezers? Those
He
are
calls those tweezers. He calls those tweezers.
Which better than his?
This is not turning out good already.
This is Swiss Army knife, which hopefully has a Phillips head screwdriver in it.
Oh no! No, you.
Swiss Army knife
No.
that hopefully has a Phillips head screwdriver in it.
You can tell this guy has never
No.
never handled any
that you
tools.
have the tools necessary before you start the build?
I don't know anything about tools, but I don't fuck up
Why
this
does
bad.
your office with so many dozen PCs and so many dozen tech
Oh,
employees
man.
not have one of these?
And last
A screwdriver, exactly.
bracelet, which is to protect you
Okay, that's true.
and the parts. These are the parts you're gonna need. But more importantly, before we get
Hold on.
How about gloves?
I love the reaction.
Yeah, I think
I love the reaction.
There's no ground wire coming off of it. He's not connected to anything. That looks like the bracelet I'm wearing.
What? It's not a wireless wristband. That's a rib-strong bracelet. He's not fighting static.
That's not
Who's
cool.
up I sound like that?
Don't listen to this person. This is really bad so far.
we have a lot of boxes and a lot of PC parts, so it's best you unbox them, isolate the parts that you really need. So it's best you unbox them, isolate the parts that you
What? Why did he destroy the box? Dude, you have a knife right there, man.
Yeah, this is bad.
Wow.
That
So
wasn't so hard, was it?
and screw in with confidence, but also don't screw in too hard, otherwise you
Screw in with confidence. I like his style.
Oh, at least he put the
Screw
post
him?
in. He didn't know it was a
I know you went that way.
Yeah, see,
This is a tutorial on how to build your PC, and he already has stuff already put in the PC that he doesn't say anything.
for two main reasons. One, it has built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and also it has
I have it.
I
but,
think,
like,
I
he's
think we
fucking
got the point.
bloody.
Yeah, this is definitely
Yeah,
shock.
go ahead. Go ahead.
It's cool.
Oh.
Wow, that was a disaster already. That,
I am
Also, the
very
editor
good.
says hello and questions your sanity.
Oh,
that made me cry.
very, very limited on PC knowledge, and everything that guy said was already pissing me off. It's like,
yeah. But,
Oh god.
Chief, why don't you? So you've done all these events for this server, that server we're all in. Why don't you
Yeah.
go through some of the
Oh, yeah.
steps you take to prepare for that, and like what does it take? Like it seems it might be a
Ow.
lot.
Oh, I guess for me, okay. I actually like talking about this because it goes back when I graduated from high school, I'm not gonna say the name, obviously. I'm not gonna dox myself, but it was the year 2018. I graduated from high school. I got involved into cooking, baking, and I like making people happy. I guess you could say. Like I like making people happy. I smile and laugh a lot. Reason why I'm very chill and very nice a lot. That's because of my mom's personality. I inherited a lot. But it's probably due when I had an interest in taking business classes. I took a business class on Business 101 when I wanted to learn about how do people advertise, how do people, hire employees, kind of like the basics. And I took my business classes for about a year. I have not been to college for a bit of time, really. It's something I do think about if I want to go back to it or not. But the reason why I do these events is because it's like giving back to community again. Like the community events, I like hosting personally. I may do one this month actually, and also another person helped me is my hero's WIIND as well. He's been co-hosting. I made DJ for a long time now, 2 years now, since Marcus passed. He's a great person, very chill guy, close friend of mine. But how I do steps, I guess the steps it takes is I ask like, what season is it or what month is it, what we have not done yet together. One event I was very proud about was the soul dance event. I hosted the soul dance event, so when you think of soul dances, let's say a soul dance event itself. It takes back like to high school, dancing with a crush you had, and slow romantic music like Taylor Swift, Bruno Mars, anything about like I guess love, including.
Sorry, I just love how the first you say is Taylor Swift as a love song. I was like,
What is song was Taylor Swift? Okay.
I don't know what love you're thinking of. If you're listening to Taylor Swift.
Okay, the song, it was great. I don't know the artist that has a lot, and that's what I was about. Okay.
But I think they wanted to know like your process and like finding the world.
Oh,
it was like you find the world. Like you're definitely the one who finds the world first for us. And
I find the. Sorry. I find the world.
I use it. Of the party.
I go for the theme of the party. So let's say I did one Halloween party I hosted. I thought about the spooks and the words of kind of going to like the spooks of Halloween. Since, for example, this one time I might try one. I go load for quest friendly as well. For instance, now there's quest friendly words I can explore. Some of my friends like WIIND here, quest friendly for VR chat, and I try to implement that. I think about the people first of all. I look into the words, the new tab. I do search terms on VR chat. I'm like, okay, how much is the MB size? What's in the world? What kind of games we can play? And I just look through a bunch of them. About 1 to 10 words I look at, and I use like 4 of them, 4 to 5 of them at most. How big the world is, activities, the people, what they may like. Since a lot of the people I have the community I've hosted for is based on how much I know about them. And I know quite a bit really about them and like what they like. Like you get Halloween music, we can get some activities like we do a whole map together. I like doing that. And I guess the steps is getting to know people. Having know what your friends like, ask around a little bit, go with the theme of the of events, and you just find the words that are themed to it, and you find activities that are related to the topic, and that people can have fun, and find some good music that's themed, and then the rest is easy. You just host it, I just host it, and I have fun, and I love doing it. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, like for the music part, I handled the music part for it, and that's a little more difficulty because I'm actually finding some music that is like that I just have in my playlist, and then it's like I'll ask around. It's like, oh, what do you want to listen to? Like this music is supposed to be for everyone, so I do ask around. It's like, okay, what do you want to listen to? What got you going? And then like I found a nice little trick where I can be in VR and have and play music at the same time. It's a great little backdoor trick that I learned. It's just like I just made 2 accounts where it's like my Quest has my this account that I'm on right now, and then when I go into desktop mode, I have a my little buddy. This is basically what I call him, and I just have him playing in one spot all the music that we're gonna be listening to. And then I use SoundPad for that, and like it's a whole lot of downloading.
Yeah, because I imagine like, I know for SoundPad you can't like, it's not like you playing Spotify through a microphone. You gotta have everything stored up, and then you can just play it through it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
There's another application I forgot to mention. There's God damn it, zombie. There's also an important thing with I guess with events with music as that WIIND helps me with. It's also the DJ booth. DJ booths all pop up on VR chat. They go for clubbing and playing music or videos like stuff like here. So let's say, for example, this cup right here. This cup right here. This is basically a DJ booth. There's different features of it. There's different worlds. I look for different worlds to have games in it and a DJ booth. You can have one. There's a funny thing with Quest is that a lot of Quest people, for example, when I heal, Solomon easy a lot win for Quest because you're the one I know right now.
Yeah.
Online right
easy.
now. They can't see or hear the videos a lot, and the worlds look different to them. But if they can hear the video and the music, then I can tell it's gonna be good for everyone. And it's from a distance. You can from distance and put videos in because don't forget you have to lock in stuff. And I don't know if Yocha has really implemented this in yet, putting a playlist of music in yet. I have yet to see it yet, and I do want to see from VR chat just an implementation or something to put in a playlist of music in.
I've seen a few worlds. I've seen one world that I think they just deleted, where it had a queue system where you can just load it up with as many songs as you want, and then you could play, and it plays all the queue into it. I have only seen one world where they had it, and then as soon as I was gonna tell someone about it, they magically deletes it, and I was very, very sad.
I hate when that happens.
Because that's
It's happens too much. Like when you're looking through, when you're looking through your favorite worlds, and it's like, oh wait, one of my favorite. Come on, it's deleted. Why is it gone? Put it back up. What are you doing?
Yeah, they don't really say too much why they do it, but I'm assuming it's up to the avatar. The world also, sometimes here's the thing. It goes into the thing with another topic, I guess you could say. Not go too much into it, just a little bit. It's the fact things are gonna break with VR chat updates. The servers, like for example, at the last party I hosted, and it was like a very special party. It's like because spend time with friends and everyone. It's actually a really nice occasion for me, as I love my friends a lot. But the servers were acting up actually during that time a little bit. Was it 2 weeks ago?
About that.
Oh yeah, last week it was just killing us. It was like at the last minute, no one can enter, or like it was at a continuous like login that just happened bug, and it was very close to like we were gonna just cancel it or just like roll with it for whatever reason we could, but it really fucked us
2
over.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took us a long time.
Even when WIIND
venue
going
like
back.
about 3 times.
Oh man.
And then
Yeah.
It's VR chat is very fun, for hosting, which allows me to do it, helping people with experiences, knowing people getting the world or whatever is easy. The music, again, I leave to someone else. But there's also another factor that goes into considering it's also time as well. A lot of people work, okay? And for myself, I have a lot of free time. I don't have any job or anything right now. I'll put it right there so to clear any misunderstandings and like how you so much time going on. I don't have any of this major responsibilities like a lot of people do. All of my friends like WIIND does, like a job yet. A lack of experiences probably do that for myself. But it's deciding what time to do it, because weekdays a lot of people fucking work. I know Zombie here walks, and I don't know who else is watching. I feel like you guys walk.
Yeah.
Like you guys are all a lot busy on the weekdays a lot. Morning to afternoon, sometimes nights. I don't know. It depends on your job. Personally, I don't want to dig into you guys' jobs or anything. There's restaurants and other places which require to be in the mornings. Or I don't know, warehouse jobs. No example. But I usually put them on weekends because weekends most people are free. But it's very hard to host and then think, your European friends are gonna show up because my European friends, some of them, like let's say 10 p.m. PST. That's the standard time I use. 10 p.m. PST, West Coast time.
Yeah, time zones is our biggest factor to get. Time zones is like our major time zone to get everyone together and have just for enough for everyone like to enjoy themselves and not worry about like what's going to be happening the next day. But like time zones is our biggest fight whenever we try to set up host these parties.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is annoying. It's just like, okay, absolutely, you woke up the time zones or whatever. You put the announcements out there. Another friend of mine helps me with announcements. He's really cool. A close friend of mine. I've known him for a little bit of time now. It's very tedious, I could say, with the time zones. Because there's also club events going on while it's a weekend, so like I don't know if all my friends are gonna come to them sometimes. All particular friends. It's just gonna be put out there, like, there's clubbing, people want to go drinking. But the funny thing is, a lot of these events I do is I've asked people why my event's so much different, and I had this, I guess, a really biased view that the stuff I did is not that special compared to a lot of people. And I have talked to many friends, including Wind over here, about it because it's not that special to me before. But to me now it's really special because it takes time to do this. Time is a precious resource a lot of us, take for granted a lot. It is. Especially if you're working avatars, working Blender, working on this world, for example, and streaming. People are streaming during weekends too as well. And I don't know, it's a tedious task when it comes to time zones. There's really a lot you could say about it, but it's mostly due to the timing of things and stuff. And it's best also to leave anything like fights or anything with each other outside of it.
Absolutely.
And we don't want anything like that. I don't want to. Yeah, I personally just people show their fun and set up. And most events usually last for a couple hours only because people still have lives out in the day.
Yeah.
Jobs, family life. I usually run 5 a.m. 5 a.m. PST for me. Sometimes 6 to 8 when we play like 2.
Yeah, but I don't think that matters what time people leaves and everything. We just hang. By the time like the music stops, it's just mostly a hangout at that point. That's when we all right, what can we do to fuck around at this point and not worry about partying?
Truth of the Day was pretty fun. I love Truth of the Day. Truth of the Day goes pretty fun. I think we play some other games, but Truth of the Day is one of the biggest ones to put out there for like, I guess, for the July host and being up. Yeah. Oh, the after party is always fun. I love Truth of the Day. It's guess how many people you have left around? Because I think I leave around 7 8 a.m. on the morning on Saturdays or Sunday mornings.
They don't need to know about the after party stuff. That's if they can come for the after party stuff.
But it's the after party is pretty fun. I may have said a little bit too much about it, sorry. But yeah, it's really fun. Events are fun. Time, people. At least taking consideration of what people think. Take consideration to what people might like. And then host it. Get your friend help with music, and there you go. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
It does take a little time to get accustomed to the stuff. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. And I loved it.
I think we covered everything. Unless anyone wants to add something in. Did you guys miss anything you want to talk about or?
I'm good.
Your mama?
No, no, we don't talk about that. Your mom. But yeah, guys, that's episode 7 of the DVT podcast. You know the drill. Look down below for links.
Hey, it was fun.
The video is gonna be out sometime soon. I have classes now. It'll be out before next week. Don't worry. But yeah, we hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a great evening, guys.
Take care, you guys. Have a lovely one. Have a good